Hello everyone and welcome back to Xbox Nation. This week we've got an exciting lineup of games releasing between the 20th of January up until the 24th on both Xbox and Xbox Game Pass. Whether you're into fast-paced action, emotional storytelling or just uncovering some hidden indie gems, there really is a game for you this week. While Xbox Game Pass is a bit quieter this week, don't worry, as we are expecting some big announcements during the usual Game Pass drop on Tuesday or the Xbox Developer Direct this Thursday. My name is Fletcher, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for daily Xbox content. With that out the way, let's jump right into the games for this week. Starting us off is Lonely Mountain Snow Riders, the highly anticipated sequel to Lonely Mountains Downhill. This time you're trading muddy trails for snowy slopes and icy challenges. The game still retains the minimalist, low-poly aesthetic that made the first title such a hit, but actually now adds layers of complexity with its snow-covered landscapes and slick terrain. Your goal is very simple, race from the top of the mountain to the bottom, but how you get there is entirely up to you. If you want to take the main trail, you can do, or if you prefer to carve out your own path through hidden shortcuts, you can go for it. The trick system also introduces a new level of skill, allowing players to perform stylish flips and spins to shave off precious seconds or just to show off. The biggest addition to this entry though is the online multiplayer. What was once a tranquil solo experience is now a chaotic race against friends or strangers. Oh, and for you Xbox Game Pass subscribers, the best news is that it launches day one onto the service. Whether you're competing or just enjoying the breathtaking vistas, Lonely Mountain Snow Riders is a must try when it launches on the 21st of January. Next up, we're actually blasting off with RoboDunk, a one-of-a-kind roguelite basketball game that's equal parts NBA Jam and Rogue Legacy. You can imagine robots dunking, tackling and blasting each other with explosive weapons whilst having to compete in futuristic arenas. In campaign mode, you'll actually be guiding your own team of bots through a branching path of randomized matches, each with their own unique rules, traps and rewards. As you win games and progress, you'll earn different upgrades to improve your robot stats and abilities. Also, don't worry though about losing. A robust progression system always ensures that every failure actually leads to new permanent upgrades, so your team is always improving. If you want to take the chaos up a notch, the game also supports 4-player versus mode and is perfect for couch co-op battles or online showdowns. With a massive skill tree, a roster of robots with distinct abilities, and even a lore-driven story about robotic gods, RoboDunk delivers a quirky and endlessly replayable experience once it arrives on the 21st of January. Disorder combines the heart-pounding intensity of a roguelike with a deeply personal emotional narrative. You will play as a girl trapped in a surreal department store, battling different enemies and also solving puzzles to ultimately recover her fragmented memories. Every single run of this game takes you deeper into her psyche, revealing glimpses of her traumatic past and piecing together the story behind her struggles. The game looks to have a lot of randomized levels and permanent progression system, which also ensures that every attempt feels fresh while rewarding persistence. Upgrades are also managed through what they call the gift desk, where you can enhance your abilities and tools to prepare for the next run. This system looks to provide a satisfying balance of roguelike challenge and also long-term growth. Disorder is more than just a game here though, it honestly looks like a complete journey. The combination of intense combat, psychological storytelling and clever puzzles looks to create an experience that's both thrilling and deeply moving. It arrives on both the Xbox Series X and S consoles on the 22nd of January. On the very same day, and set decades after the events of Ender Lily's Quietus of the Night, Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist transports players into a dying world overrun by corrupted artificial life forms known as homunculi. You'll be stepping into the shoes of Lilac, who's a lone warrior actually tasked with cleansing the corruption and uncovering the truth behind humanity's decline. Combat is a big highlight in this game, with a focus on customization. Lilac can unlock and combine 30 different abilities, from devastating close range attacks to long range projectiles and auto-lock moves. You can also equip up to 4 abilities at once to tailor your own fighting style to every single encounter. The game has a sprawling open world which features new biomes, challenging bosses and just hours of exploration. The developers have stated that the game will have 35 plus hours of content, a haunting narrative and stunning 2D visuals. Honestly, it looks like Ender Magnolia offers a rich experience for Metroidvania fans and RPG lovers alike. Take to the skies in Mika and the Witch's Mountain, a whimsical adventure about a young witch on a journey of growth, community and discovery. As Mika, your goal is to become a fully fledged witch by delivering packages across the vibrant island of Montgorn. Armed with your trusty broomstick, you'll be exploring stunning landscapes running from lush forests to rocky cliffs and quaint villages. At the heart of this game though is its flying mechanics, which deliver a sense of freedom and magic. Perform delivery tasks to earn money, and then you can invest that money into to different brooms and improve your speed, handling, and flying capabilities. Each of these upgrades also brings you closer to reaching the peak of the mystical mountain, which is your ultimate goal. But the adventure about this game isn't just about flying. Along the way, you'll be interacting with different quirky villagers, uncovering some hidden secrets, and also exploring the visual land and learning valuable lessons about friendship and perseverance. Honestly, the game looks to have such a charming art style, and the relaxing gameplay just makes it perfect for anyone looking to unwind while embarking on a heartfelt journey. On the 23rd of January, you can actually relive the epic battles of the Phantom Menace with Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles, which is actually a remastered version of the fan favorite action game. You will take control of legendary Jedi like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn as you slash your way through battle droids and face off against Sith Lords and relive iconic moments from the Star Wars universe. Each of these Jedi actually come with their own unique abilities, blending lightsaber combat and force powers like deflecting blaster fire, unleashing force pushes, or speeding across the battlefield. The action actually unfolds across different iconic locations, from the bustling streets of Mos Espa to the regal halls of Theed Palace. All of them are also updated with tons of improved visuals and just smoother gameplay for the new generation. The remaster also includes unlockable characters like Darth Maul and Queen Amidala, giving players even more options to customize their playstyle. With a mix of fast-paced combat, cinematic moments, and nostalgic Star Wars vibes, Jedi Power Battles is going to be a thrilling addition to your gaming library. If you're a Star Wars fan like myself, I cannot wait to dive into this one on the 23rd of January. You can actually dive back into a heartfelt story of love and loss with Sword of the Necromancer Resurrection, and it's a 3D remake of the 2021 roguelike classic. You will play as Tama, a reformed bandit who descends into a deadly dungeon to resurrect her beloved Coco, using the forbidden power of the Necromancer's sword. The game's visuals have been completely reimagined this time in stunning 3D, bringing new life to its world and detailed environments and dynamic lighting. Combat has also been revamped from what we've seen, introducing a faster and more fluid system that lets you mix melee attacks, ranged abilities, and magical summons. The all-new tactic system also allows you to program summon creatures to fight in specific ways, adding a layer of strategy to the action. Fans of the original game will really appreciate the expanded lore, cinematic cutscenes, and deeper emotional beats, while newcomers such as myself will be drawn into a gripping narrative and roguelike gameplay. With procedurally generated dungeons and permanent upgrades, Resurrection offers both challenge and replayability in spades. As a big surprise and actually launching this week, Red Solstice 2 Survivors finally lands on consoles with its Ultimate Edition, packed with all 4 DLC expansions and refined for a new audience. This game is set in a post-apocalyptic world, and the game actually blends tactical strategy with fast-paced action as you battle to save humanity from a devastating virus. You can actually team up with up to 3 other players in 4-player co-op missions, choosing from 10 distinct classes like the heavy-hitting assault or the tech-savvy medic. Each of the missions in this game offers unique challenges though, from defending bases against waves of enemies to sneaking into enemy territories to destroy critical objectives. The mix of real-time strategy and chaotic combat keeps every mission just feeling fresh and engaging. Between missions though, you'll be managing resources, upgrading your base, and unlocking new technology to gain the upper hand against increasingly dangerous foes. Whether you're a tactical mastermind or an action enthusiast, Red Solstice 2 Survivors is the perfect game for fans of cooperative gameplay and sci-fi adventures. I cannot wait to get my hands on it this coming week, so make sure you'll stay tuned to the channel as I'll have a review out of it upon launch. I know I mentioned this game in last week's video, but it's now having its full-on release on the 23rd of January. You'll be able to explore a dystopian sci-fi world in SYNDUALITY Echo of Ada, a survival adventure set in a future ravaged by toxic rain and monstrous creatures. In this game, you essentially play as what's called a drifter, who's a scavenger tasked with collecting valuable AO crystals while battling enemies and surviving in a hostile environment. What looks to really set SYNDUALITY apart though is your partnership with Magus, who's an AI companion who provides tactical advice, emotional dialogue, and critical support during combat. Your relationship with Magus will evolve throughout the story, adding tons of depth in this game's narrative, making the stakes just feel utterly personal. Combat, as you come to expect, and with what you can see on screen now, is very intense and varied, featuring a lot of high-tech vehicles armed with customizable weapons. Whether you're piloting a mech to mow down waves of enemies or engaging one-on-one fights with massive bosses, the action feels very fast-paced and impactful. Combine that with its rich exploration, survival mechanics, and a heartfelt story, SYNDUALITY Echoes of Ada provides a unique and gripping sci-fi experience. I will try to get a review out of this one for the channel, so let me know in the comments below if you want to see that one on the channel. Now, Now, you can enter a world of magic and strategy in Dragon Takers, which is actually a turn-based RPG that puts you in the shoes of Helio, a humble villager who discovers this mysterious skill taker ability. This unique power actually allows you to steal and equip abilities from defeated enemies, giving you endless ways to customize your playstyle. Combat in this game is all about strategy though. You can read your enemies' moves, exploit their weaknesses, and use your growing arsenal of stolen skills to outmaneuver the toughest opponents. The game also looks to introduce a very deep progression system that lets you build Helio into a versatile fighter capable of adapting to any challenge. Outside of battle, the developers have said that Dragon Taker will offer a richly detailed fantasy world filled with tons of colourful characters, engaging side quests, and a storyline that evolves based on your choices. From what we've seen from Dragon Takers so far, it has a stunning pixel art direction and anime-inspired visuals, and honestly, it looks like a treat for fans of classic RPGs and turn-based combat. It will launch on both the Xbox Series X and S consoles on the 24th of January. Mark of the Deep looks to blend the exploration of Metroidvania games with the punishing combat of Souls-like titles, really looking to create a dark and atmospheric adventure. In this game, you will play as a person called Marcus Rookie Ramsey, which is a pirate stranded on a cursed island, searching for his missing crew while fending off the horrors lurking in the shadows. The game's handcrafted environments are filled with tons of secrets, enemies, and challenges, and you'll need to explore every inch of this island to find new skills, weapons, and trinkets, each of which can be upgraded to suit your playstyle. Combat looks to be very intense and rewarding, requiring of course precision and timing as you come to expect from a Souls-like game, and also you'll be facing a lot of monsters, undead, and cultists that block your path. Mark of the Deep also offers a ton of branching narratives and multiple endings, ensuring that your choices matter as you uncover the truth behind the island's corruption. For all of you players out there who love challenging gameplay, or if you want a sort of different Souls-like experience but with that Metroidvania element, then this game is not to be missed when it launches on the 24th of January. Then finally, launching on the very same day, we have Monster Panic, and it looks like a very cool fast-paced roguelike that throws you into the middle of endless monster-filled chaos. In this game, you'll be able to choose from a variety of different classes, like knights, mages, or samurais. Your goal though, well, is to ultimately survive against waves of hundreds, sometimes if not thousands of monsters that can swarm the screen at one time. The game really emphasizes that sort of choice and customization though. With over 20 weapons and dozens of upgrade paths, you can actually tailor your character to suit your preferred strategy, whether that's brute force, precision attacks, or area of effect destruction. Every single run is looking to be very different in this game thanks to the procedurally generated levels and randomized challenges. Despite the overwhelming odds though, the game looks to strike a perfect balance between intensity of fun, rewarding quick thinking, and adaptability. Whether you're looking for a quick adrenaline rush or a game with deep replayability, Monster Panic looks like an indie gem you need to keep your eye on. So that's it for the incredible lineup for this week. Which game has you the most excited? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more Xbox content every single day. As mentioned, I will be covering a live stream of the Xbox Developer Direct this Thursday, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on this live stream. It'll be great to see all of you when we go live, and I'll be interacting with you, giving away a few games, and so much more. Whilst here, why don't you check out our most recent video, as we covered 17 huge survival games coming to both Xbox and Xbox Game Pass in 2025. Trust me, there's quite a few games on that list you definitely don't want to miss, such as Jurassic Park Survival.